The rain came hard that night. The roof leaked again. I sat near the fire watching the drops fall. "Pa, I'm hungry," Ethan said. "I know," I answered. My voice felt heavy. Rose hugged her knees. "We didn't eat today." Caleb asked, "Will we eat tomorrow?" I said nothing. My chest burned. Mary coughed. Luke cried in her lap. I reached for him. "Come here, son." He pushed his face into my chest. His small body shook with cold. I whispered, "I'll find food. I promise." Ethan looked at me. "How, Pa?" I forced a smile. "I'll work. I'll pay. I'll find a way." He nodded, but his eyes said doubt. The rain grew louder. I closed my eyes and prayed. I prayed for bread, for peace, for courage. But silence answered me. The fire popped. The roof dripped. Then I heard something. A knock at the door. Soft, weak, almost lost in the storm. Ethan stood. "Who is it, Pa?" I lifted my rifle. My heart beat fast. "Stay back," I told them. I walked to the door. Another knock came. I opened it slow. A young woman stood there soaked with rain. Her hair clung to her face. Her eyes were wide and green. She held a small bag to her chest. "Please," she said. Her voice shook. "I need shelter." I looked at her dress, blue and plain. It was wet and torn at the hem. She shivered in the rain. I lowered my rifle. "Come in," I said. She stepped inside. The children stared at her. Rose whispered, "Who is she?" The girl looked down. "I'm Emma," she said softly. Her voice broke. I ran away," Ethan frowned. "From where?" Emma hugged her bag. "From home." Caleb asked, "Why?" She froze. Tears filled her eyes. "My parents sold me." My stomach turned. I said, "Sold you? To who?" She shook her head. "A man I don't know." "For money." "For shame." She pressed her hands to her face. Her shoulders shook. The children looked at me. I set the rifle down. I said, "Sit by the fire, Emma." She obeyed. Her hands shook as she reached for the warmth. I gave her my blanket. "You're safe now," I told her. She looked at me with wet eyes. "Why are you kind?" she asked. I sighed. "Because I know pain." "I see yours." Rose touched Emma's arm. "Are you hungry?" she asked. Emma nodded, slow. Rose frowned. "We are too." Emma's lips trembled. "I'm sorry." I shook my head. "No, child. You have nothing to say sorry for." The fire cracked. Outside, the rain roared. Inside, silence filled the room. Ethan broke it. "Pa, what now?" I rubbed my face. "I don't know," Emma whispered. "I can work. I can help. Please don't send me away." I looked at her thin frame. Her hands were small but strong. Her eyes carried sorrow but also fight. I said, "I won't send you away." Emma let out a long breath. "Thank you," she said. Her tears fell again, but softer now. Caleb leaned close. "Did your father hurt you?" Emma bit her lip. "No, my mother did. She said I was useless. She wanted money more than me," Rose gasped. "Mothers don't do that." Emma's face hardened. "Mine did." Her words cut the air like a knife. I clenched my fist. Blood pounded in my ears. I remembered my own losses, my wife buried under the old oak. Pain linked me to this girl. I said, "You're not useless. You're alive. That means something." Emma wiped her eyes. "Do you believe that?" I nodded. "Yes, I must." The fire burned low. Luke fell asleep in my arms. Mary leaned against Rose, closing her eyes. The room felt warmer now, not from fire, but from need shared. Emma looked at my children. "They're so small," she whispered. "Yes," I said. "And hungry." Her jaw tightened. "Then I will help. I can cook, sew, clean. Please let me stay." I studied her face. She was young, but her eyes had seen too much. I saw my own reflection in them, broken, betrayed, still breathing. I said, "Stay then. This house is poor, but it is home." Emma covered her mouth. Her shoulders shook with silent sobs. Finally, she whispered, "Thank you." "Thank you." We sat in quiet. The rain struck harder, but inside I felt something shift. Maybe it was hope. Maybe it was only another burden. But as Emma warmed by my fire, I knew this night would change everything. Dawn broke cold over the river. I walked alone. Mist hugged the reeds like ghosts. My boots sank. A low groan rose from the grass. I pushed through and saw two women. They were huge and wounded badly. Blood streaked their arms and ribs. "Can you hear me?" I said. The taller woman opened one eye. "I will not die here," she said. "My name is Naima." Her voice cut. The other woman grabbed my wrist. Help her first, she said hoarse. I am Taya. She bled all night. I can help, I said. I will try. You are no kin, Naima answered. You may fear us, Taya whispered. I feared hunger more, I said. My family needed bread today. I chose courage instead, I added. I checked their wounds quickly. A deep cut crossed Naima's side. Taya's shoulder swelled like stone. I tore my shirt into strips. I pressed cloth to stop blood. Naima hissed and stared at me. We need your horse, Taya said. We cannot walk to safety. My horse was tired, I said. But I would bring a cart. Taya tried to sit and failed. Naima held her with strong arms. Why help enemies? Naima asked. Truth, I said. You are people. Death stood close, I added, shaking. I would not let it win. I ran home and woke Emma. She rubbed her eyes and frowned. What now? She asked, still sleepy. 2 women by the river, I said. Apache? She asked, voice very small. Yes, I said. They will die. Emma looked at me for long. Our home stands on mercy, she said. Bring them. I will help you. We hitched the cart and rode. Mud splashed my boots and coat. Emma held bandages and a flask. I prayed my horse found courage. We reached the reeds and stopped. Naima pushed up on one elbow. Taya shielded her with her body. Emma jumped down and knelt. I am Emma, she said steady. I will clean the wounds now. Naima studied her with doubt. You can trust us, I said. I give my word and promise. Why risk your ranch? Naima asked. I lost enough to hunger, I said. Justice begins with small choices. Emma nodded and squeezed my hand. The cart creaked on every rut, hard. We lifted them into the cart. The horse strained and grunted hard. I walked beside, holding the wheel. Emma kept pressure on cloths. Naima trembled. Taya whispered songs. Cold air burned my throat. Keep breathing, I said to them. You will see the sun again. The barn rose behind our fence. Smoke curled from a small fire. My children ran to the gate. Ethan grabbed my sleeve and stared. Father, who are they? He asked. Friends, I said. Hurt by the storm. The storm was men, Naima muttered. Taya nodded and closed her eyes. Emma faced the children bravely. Bring water, she said. And blankets. Mary ran first, quick and small. Rose fetched my old needle kit. Caleb carried a bucket and rope. Luke held the door and prayed. Their fear filled the air like dust. I tried to smile and failed. We laid the sisters on straw. Light fell through the broken boards. Emma washed and set her tools. I poured whiskey on the cuts. Naima gripped my arm and shook. Taya bit a stick and groaned. We need thread, Emma said calmly. Stitch fast, or blood will win. Ethan stood in the doorway, pale. Are they enemies? He asked me. They are women, I said. Like us. Enemies are a lie we buy. Ethan nodded but stayed very still. His eyes held fear and trust. Naima watched me between tremors. You should hide us, she said. Men with guns will come soon. Boone? I asked. The marshal? Another coat, same hunger, Taya said. They wanted money and revenge. They wanted our horses and pride. My heart burned as she spoke. I remembered taxes and threats. I remembered my wife's last breath. Silence pressed the rafters hard. I will keep you safe, I said. I chose courage over fear today. Naima met my eyes and nodded. Then we share your fate, she said. Emma stitched while I boiled water. She worked fast with small hands. Naima's face eased, breath steady. Taya hummed a low river tune. I held the lantern near Emma. Shadows danced on the barn wood. We live, Taya whispered at last, because you dared to help. I looked at my children quietly. Fate already moved, I told myself. My choice tied us to them. Rain tapped the barn roof. I watched the sisters. Naima slept in hay. Taya stared at me. Water? I asked. Taya nodded. I needed strength, she said. I filled a tin cup. Drink slow, I said. You lost blood, she drank and sighed. Why help us? She asked. I saw pain, I said. Like mine. Naima woke and coughed. Where am I? She asked. In my barn, I said. Safe for now. Emma came with bread. I baked more, she said. The children were hungry. Thank you, I said. Leave some for them. She looked at the sisters. You still hurt? She asked. Naima sat up. I hurt, she said. But I lived. Taya fixed on me. You must hear truth, she said. My people will come. I set the cup down. They will find you? I asked. They track well, she said. They follow smoke. Emma bit her lip. Will they hurt us? She asked. It depends, Taya said. On trust and on lies. My promise stands, I said. I protect this home. Naima touched her scar. Soldiers burned our camp, she said. Many died, Emma whispered. I knew fire. I knew betrayal. You are safe here, I said. Taya watched us. Safety needs courage, she said. Courage needs food and guns. I had one gun, I said. Old and rusty, Naima smiled. You still helped, she said. I owed you trust. Ethan peered through a crack, then slipped inside. Son, I said. You should rest. I needed answers, he said. Why save them? I saved them because I could, I said. Because justice mattered. They were enemies, he said. Everyone often lied, I said. Emma touched Ethan's sleeve. I felt like them, she said. Sold and chased. Ethan frowned. Will they steal? He asked. Will they kill us? Naima met his gaze. I killed to live, she said. Not children. I fought soldiers, Taya said. Not families. Ethan looked down. I only knew fear, he said. I knew fear too, I said. But I chose trust, he nodded. I will try, he said. Hoofbeats broke the rain. My stomach turned cold. Stay quiet, I said. Let me talk first. I stepped outside. Mud grabbed my boots. Marshal Boone waited on a horse. Morning, Sam, he said. Did you miss me? I never did, I said. What did you need? Money, he said. Back taxes. New fees. I could not pay, I said. The storm ruined work. He looked past me. Good barn, he said. Smelled like smoke. My stove smoked, I said. Boone leaned closer. You hid something, he said. I hid nothing, I said. He chuckled. You owed me trust, he said. You sold fear, I said. His eyes turned mean. Open the barn, he said. No, I said. You needed a warrant. Warrants were paper dreams, he said. I had a gun. I had a family, I said. He studied my face. You looked weak, he said. I looked alive, I said. His hand touched his holster. Move aside, he said. Shoot me, I said. Tell my children why, he spat. I will return, he said. With men. With law. You will bring lies, I said. He turned the horse. Soon, Sam, he said. He rode off slow. I sagged when he vanished. Emma opened the door. Was it bad? She asked. It will get worse, I said. He smelled truth. Ethan slipped out. I wanted to fight, he said. Not today, I said. We needed time. Taya stepped into light. He brings soldiers, she said. We must plan. Naima stood beside her. We must leave, she said. Or build defense. Emma squeezed my hand. What did your heart say? She asked. My heart asked for courage, I said. My head asked for food. I could cook soup, she said. I could watch the road, Ethan said. I could teach, Taya said. Knives, bows, silence. I could scout the river, Naima said. I looked at them all. I needed truth, I said. Will your people come? They will come, Taya said. Maybe tomorrow. Will they hurt us? Ethan asked. They will judge first, Taya said. Tell them I helped, I said. Tell them I fed you. Naima placed her hand on mine. I would speak, she said. I would stand. Emma took my other hand. We stand together, she said. Home means trust. I stayed poor, I said. But I kept promise. Thunder rolled over the hills. The rain eased. We work now, I said. We prepare, Ethan raised his chin. I learned courage, he said. We train tonight, Taya said. Light no fires. We heal and move, Naima said. We survive. Emma kissed my cheek. You are not alone, she said. I faced the fields. Fear lived there. Strength lived there too. I chose strength. Night pressed on the barn. Rain tapped the roof. Naima sat straight on hay. Taya paced like a caged storm. I said, we need truth. Naima nodded and breathed deep. Taya stopped and faced me. She said, truth hurts but heals. I waited for their story. Naima spoke first, voice low. Soldiers came at dawn, she said. They burned corn and homes. They shot my uncle by river. Their flags tore our sky. Taya's fists opened and closed. They laughed at the children, she said. I ran with a stick. A man in blue hit me. Naima pulled me from mud. Heat rose in my face. Emma whispered, I am sorry. Naima looked at her gently. We hid 3 days, she said. Rain gave water. Earth gave nothing. Taya said, we went to friends. They promised bread and rest. Then they asked for a price. Silver, horses, or warm bodies. My stomach turned when they smiled. I said, they tried to sell you? Naima said, they sold our mother. She offered herself to save us. She said, run, live my blood. She fell before I turned. My throat closed on grief. Emma held my sleeve tight. Taya said, we ran all night. Men followed like dogs. Knives took Naima's skin. Naima showed a long scar. I thought death would take me. Taya carried me across river. She would not let me die. I woke in your field. I said, you reached me by chance. Naima said, by mercy, not chance. The river pushed us here. You pulled us from cold water. You gave fire and bread, Emma said. We hid you fast. I feared the marshal's eyes. I asked, who else knows? Taya glanced toward the dark. A trader watched your cart. Tall man, sharp boots, greedy eyes. His name is Jonas Pike, I said. He works with Boone. Boone loves money. Not law. He will bring men soon, Emma whispered. Pike saw me too. He smiled from the trees. He watched when you carried Naima. I hid, but he knew. I said, he will tell Boone. My home may burn for this. My children may wake to guns. I cannot pay for peace. Naima said, we can leave. Your family should not suffer us. Taya shook her head hard. No more running, she said. We fight or we mean nothing. I stared at the door. My mind searched many roads. Run, hide, beg the marshal! Each road cut my family. Hunger and fear pressed me down. Emma said, talk to your heart. Ask courage, not comfort. The sisters need help now, Naima said. Our chief is Keone. He will come for us. He gives justice like sun, warm to some, fire to others. I do not fear him, I said. I fear for my children. My house is wood and small. My money is almost nothing. My son asks why we help. I shake when I answer. Taya stepped close and gripped me. She said, you shared roof. You shared fire and bread. We owe you more than thanks. Naima raised her hand slowly. She said, I make a promise. If men come, I stand first. I block the door with body. My blood pays the debt. Emma looked for my word. I said, we hold till morning. We do not run in rain. We face what comes with truth. Taya smiled, a hard line. She said, teach us your place. Where to stand and watch. Where your children sleep. I will sharpen your axe. I gave Taya the axe. Naima checked the fence latch. Emma filled the lamp. I spoke plans with care. Close the shutters. Tie stock. Keep the small ones near hearth. If men come, I talk. You two stand in dark. I heard the river and owls. Emma sat by me, whispering. She said, do you regret this? I said, I regret being poor. I regret hunger in my home. I regret fear in my son. But I do not regret mercy. My heart would die without it. I walked the barn and listened. My boots were wet and cold. I smelled hay, smoke. Emma touched my shoulder gently. She said, try to rest now. I said, I cannot close eyes. My mind runs like horses. This may end in blood, she said. Then choose the reason. We bleed for family, not fear. We stand for trust, not money. We keep our promise to home, I said. We stand for home and family. Emma said, I will guard the children. Naima said, my knife is ready. Taya said, my heart knows no fear. I whispered, let justice find us. Silence filled the barn. Dawn would come with light. Pike would whisper. Boone would ride. I kept watch with coffee. I told myself, do not break. The sun came slow. The sky was red with dust. My children stood close. I held them near. My chest was heavy. My eyes burned from no sleep. I heard horses before I saw them. Many horses! Hooves shook the ground. The sound came from the east road. Emma stood near the door. Her face was pale. She said, they are here. I said nothing. My hands shook. The Apache rode in, one after another. Men with painted faces. Bows, guns, long hair. The sound of the horses filled my ears. My son Ethan grabbed my arm. "Father, I am scared." "I know," I said. "Stay close." The horses stopped in front of the house. Dust rose into the air. Then one man rode forward. He was taller than the rest. His hair was black. His face was hard as stone. His chest was painted red. His eyes were deep and cold. I knew at once. This was the chief. Naima stepped forward. She called out in her tongue. Taya followed, fire in her eyes. Both stood strong, tall, alive because of me. The chief looked at them, then at me. His voice was deep. "You are the man," he said. "You saved my blood." My throat was dry. I said, "I did what I had to do." He got down from his horse. His boots hit the dirt. The ground felt heavy under him. He walked slow, eyes never leaving mine. My heart beat fast. "You gave them life," he said. "Now I give you choice." I asked, "What choice?" He spread his hand. His fingers were long, scarred. "Join us. Take blood pact, you live. Your children live. You belong to Apache." My knees felt weak. Emma gasped. She whispered, "What does he mean?" I could not answer. My mind was broken in two. The chief's voice grew louder. "Or you stay. You keep this land. You turn away from us. Then fire comes. You die here. All die. Apache, do not forget." His words cut deep. I saw my children's faces. Ethan, Rose, Caleb, Mary, Luke, their small eyes, their hunger, their fear. I felt pain in my chest. I said, "I am not your enemy. I want no war." He stared at me. "War already here," he said. "We lost blood." "You lost blood. Fire eats us all." "But I offer hand." Naima spoke then. "Brother," she said, "he is not like others. He gave us water, bread. He saved us when soldiers would not." Taya's voice was fire. "If he dies, we fight. If his children die, we fight twice." The Apache around them shouted. Some nodded, some spit. The air grew thick. Emma whispered to me, "What do we do?" "Please say something." I said nothing. My throat closed. The chief lifted a knife. The blade was black stone. He cut his palm. Blood fell on the dirt. His voice thundered. "Blood pact, one cut. Your blood with mine. Then you are brother. Or you are dead." I stepped back. My breath was short. I thought of my wife who died years ago. I thought of my land, my father's land. I thought of the graves behind the house. If I joined them, was I betraying all of it? Ethan pulled my sleeve. "Father, please. Don't let them burn us," Emma cried. "Sam, choose." He will not wait. The chief stood before me, palm bleeding. His eyes held no mercy. "Decide," he said. "Now." The wind blew. Dust cut my eyes. My body shook. I whispered to myself, "If I join, I live. If I refuse, I die." I looked at my children. Their small hands held mine. I looked at Emma. Her face was white as the moon. I looked at the sisters. Their eyes begged me to stand strong. I asked, "If I join, do you protect them?" "My family?" The chief nodded. "Yes, they are mine if you are mine." I closed my eyes. My chest burned. My heart screamed. I heard my son say, "Father!" His voice was small, broken. I opened my eyes. The knife was before me. The blood was still fresh. I reached out my hand. My fingers shook. I said, "Then take my blood." Gasps rose from the Apache. Emma covered her mouth. My children clung to me. The knife cut my palm. I felt fire. Blood ran down. The chief pressed his hand to mine. His blood mixed with mine. The world spun. My knees shook. His voice thundered, "Now you are brother." "You are bound," the riders shouted loud. Some cheered. Some cried. The sound filled the air like storm. Emma said, "Sam, what have you done?" I looked at her. I had no answer. My voice broke in my chest. The chief let go. His eyes burned into me. "Now you live with us, or you die with us. The line is cut. You cannot go back." The wind carried his words. My heart sank. My life was no longer mine. I whispered, "God help me." The sun rose higher. The world felt heavy. I had made my choice. I sat by the door and listened. Voices carried in the wind. Angry voices. Boone says he hides them here. He feeds Apaches under his roof. Burn him out before they kill us all. My chest grew heavy. My hand shook. Emma touched my arm. "Sam, they know." "We must go." I shook my head. "Where? The land is wide." "They follow. They will kill us," she said. "They will try," I answered. Ethan came close. "Father, what is wrong?" I pulled him near. "Stay quiet. Stay close to the others. Are we safe?" he asked. I looked into his eyes and had no words. Naima stood by the barn. She was silent, but her body was steel. Taya spat in the dirt. Let them come. I cut their throats. Her words were fire. Her eyes burned. Emma shook her head. Violence brings more death, Taya barked back. Your people bring death already. Naima raised her hand. Enough, we stand together. I felt torn. My blood wanted peace, but my bones wanted war. That evening I saw smoke rise from the east. Torches. Emma gasped. They come. I gathered my children. Stay inside. Do not leave, Luke cried. Rose held him. Caleb gripped my leg. I stepped outside with my gun. The air smelled of fire. A neighbor shouted from the dark. Hawk, give them up! I raised my voice. These women are under my roof. You touch them, you touch me. Boone's voice followed. You are a traitor. You side with killers. Step out now or we burn you down. Emma pulled my sleeve. Sam, run! Save the children. I turned to her. I cannot run from my own home. I will not. Naima walked to my side. You saved me. I fight for you. Taya grinned like a wolf. I fight to the death. The mob came closer. Their boots struck the dirt. I saw neighbors I once drank with, men I helped build fences with. Now they raised guns at me. Boone held a torch high. His eyes gleamed. This is the end for you, Hawk. Jonas Pike smirked behind him. Sell the land to me and I will spare your brats. My teeth clenched. Over my body. Ethan pressed against my back. Father, are we going to die? I swallowed. My voice broke. Not tonight, son. The mob moved. Flames lit the night. Emma cried, Sam, please, we cannot fight them all. I whispered, we must. Or we lose everything. The first shot cracked. Wood splintered by my head. Taya screamed and leapt. She cut one man down before he could fire again. Naima grabbed another and threw him to the dirt like a child. Boone shouted, Kill them all! Gunfire lit the dark. Sparks flew. I fired my rifle. One man fell. My arm shook, but I fired again. Emma pulled Rose back inside. Stay down! Do not move! My lungs filled with smoke. The barn caught fire. The flames roared. Caleb screamed. I wanted to run to him, but more men rushed. Naima blocked them. She swung an axe she found by the door. Each strike was thunder. Taya was pure fury, her knife flashing. I shot Boone's torch from his hand. The fire dropped into the mud. He cursed and aimed at me. Emma shouted, Sam, watch out! I ducked. The shot missed. My ear rang. Ethan threw me another round. Father, shoot again. I loaded fast. My hands bled, but I raised the gun and fired. The bullet tore Boone's shoulder. He fell back, screaming. The mob faltered. Fear spread like wind. Pike yelled, Stand and fight! But they broke. One by one they fled into the dark. Silence fell, broken only by fire crackle and cries. The barn burned high, sparks climbing into the night sky. I sank to my knees. My chest heaved. My children clung to me. Emma knelt beside me. Sam, you are hurt. I looked at her. My face was black with smoke. We are alive. She touched my hand. But for how long? I stared at the flames. As long as I can hold this land. As long as my heart still beats. Naima and Taya stood in the glow, their faces dark with ash and blood. Taya smiled, sharp and fierce. We lived. And they will fear us now. Naima only nodded. Her silence was heavy as stone. I held my children close. My body shook. My blood burned. The horizon glowed red, fire eating the night. And I knew this was only the beginning. The night was quiet at first. I sat near the fire, holding my gun. The barn smelled of hay and horses. Emma stood close. Her hands shook. Naima sharpened a knife in silence. Taya stared at the door. Then I heard voices outside. Shouts, laughter, boots in the mud. Flames moved in the dark. Torches, I whispered. They came. Emma gasped. Who is it? I said, Boone and others. My chest burned. My children cried upstairs. The door shook. Boone's voice roared, Hawk! Come out now! I said nothing. My hands gripped the gun. Emma touched my arm. She whispered, Sam, they will kill us. I said, they already chose death. The door banged again. Jonas Pike spoke, smooth and cruel. Hawk, give us the women! Or burn, Taya hissed. Cowards! Naima rose. Her eyes were hard stone. Pike laughed outside. Emma, I know you hear me. Emma froze. Her face went pale. He shouted, Take the money! Leave him! You know what money can buy. Emma covered her mouth. I saw fear in her eyes. She whispered, I remember my mother. She sold me. For money. Her body shook. She looked at me. I will not be her. I will not betray. I held her shoulders. I said, and stay strong. You are not her. Outside, Boone cursed. Enough! Burn it down! Then I saw light at the window. A torch flew. The barn wall caught fire. Flames licked the dry wood. Smoke filled my chest. Naima roared, They burn us alive! Taya grabbed her spear. I shouted, Fight! The door burst open. Men stormed in, faces lit by fire. I fired my gun. One fell. Blood stained the hay. Another man rushed me with an axe. I blocked with mine. The clash rang loud. My arms shook. But I pushed back, cutting him down. Emma screamed. 2 men grabbed her. She bit one, kicked the other. I shot again. They fell in mud. Naima fought like stone. Her knife cut quick. Blood sprayed the barn floor. Taya fought like fire. She swung her spear wild and fast. 3 men fell to her rage. Boone stepped inside. His torch lit his cruel face. End this, Hawk, he shouted. I aimed the gun at him. You end tonight, I said. He raised his rifle. We fired together. My shot tore his arm. His shot missed my head. The barn roof cracked. Flames rained down. Horses screamed. Smoke blinded me. Then a voice shouted behind. Sam, I turned. My neighbor, Caleb Ward, stood there. A torch in his hand, my friend. My brother once. He threw fire on the hay. The flames roared higher. I cried, Caleb, why? He spat. You brought death to us all. You betrayed us first. My chest broke. Trust died in that moment. I fired. He fell. Silence after the shot cut me open. Emma pulled my arm. Sam, we must get out. I coughed smoke, nodded. We pushed through fire and blood. Naima and Taya cleared the way. Their blades cut like storm. I carried my youngest son. The others followed close. Outside, the night was chaos. The mob broke. Some fled into dark. Others lay dead in mud. Boone screamed in rage. He crawled, bleeding, his torch dying. Damn you, Hawk! Taya kicked his gun away. Naima bound his hands. The barn fell behind us. Flames rose into the sky. Ash fell like black snow. My ranch, my blood, my life burned. Emma held my face, her eyes full of tears. You still stand, she said. I shook, but I stood. I looked at my children. Their eyes wide, their mouths silent. They saw everything. They will never forget. I whispered to myself. I lost home, but I kept family. I kept honor. The fire roared louder. I gripped my gun tighter. My heart was broken, but not dead. The night was betrayal, but I did not fall. The sun rose slow. Smoke still moved over the ranch. My throat burned. My arms felt heavy, but I stood. Ash was on my skin. Blood, too. I heard my children whisper behind me. Emma touched my arm. You need rest, she said. I cannot rest, I said. Not yet. Hooves broke the silence. The Apache came from the east. More than 20. Their horses kicked dust into the morning light. At the front rode Chief Keone. His eyes were sharp like steel. He stopped and looked at me. You saved my blood, he said. His voice was low but full of power. Now I give justice, I nodded. My heart beat fast. I looked at Boone. He was tied near the broken barn. His mouth was full of curses. You cannot do this, Boone shouted. I am the law here. You were the law, I said. But you sold lies. You took money. You burned homes, Boone spat. You think the Apache will protect you? You are nothing, Hawk, a poor man. Always poor. Emma held my hand tight. I wanted to strike him, but I waited. Keone raised his hand. The camp grew quiet. Bring him, Keone said. 2 warriors pulled Boone forward. His boots dragged in the dirt. He looked up at the sky. He laughed like a mad dog. You kill me, Boone said, but more men will come. Soldiers, guns, you will all die. Naima stepped close. Her voice was calm. You already died last night. Boone tried to spit at her, but she did not move. She turned her face to me. What is your word? I shook my head. He betrayed all of us. My children starved because of him. My home burned because of him. He is no law, Keone nodded. Apache law is clear. A man who burns, steals, and lies must face fire. Boone pulled hard against the ropes. No, you can't. I served this land. You served yourself, I said. My voice was rough. You served greed, Emma whispered near me. Do you want to see this? I must, I said. If I turn away, I betray all who died. The warriors dragged Boone to the burned barn. They tied him to the post, black with smoke. His eyes went wild. Please, Boone shouted. I can pay. I have money. Gold, let me live. My son Ethan stepped forward. His voice was small. Father, will they hurt him? I looked at my boy. His eyes were wide, too young for such sights. Yes, I said. He hurt many. Now he pays, Boone screamed. No.
I gave you all jobs.
I gave you bread. I felt anger rise. You gave us hunger. You took more than you gave. Taya lit a torch. Flames cracked in the air. Boone cried like a child, stop.
Please, I swear I can change.
Naima looked at me. Weak words, she said. Keone spoke. The earth remembers truth, not lies. The fire takes what must end. The torch touched the wood. Flames moved fast. Boone screamed until smoke cut his voice. The fire ate his shadow. My children held each other close. Emma closed her eyes. I did not close mine. When the fire ended, only ash was left. Silence fell on the ranch. Keone looked at me. Your enemy is gone, he said. But your life is still heavy. What will you do? I could not answer. My hands shook. I felt no joy, only a hole inside. Jonas Pike was gone. He ran in the night. Taya clenched her fist. He will not live long, she said. Emma touched my shoulder. It is over now, I whispered. No, it is not over. My house is broken. My land is black. My heart is still burning. Keone came closer. His eyes were strong. You stood between two worlds. You chose with courage. Do not doubt, I nodded, but my chest was tight. I don't know if I survived, I said. Or if I just lost slower. Keone turned to leave. His warriors followed. Naima stopped before me. She placed her hand, scarred and strong, against my chest. You carry fire now. Use it well. Emma pulled me back as the horses rode away. My children watched in silence. The ranch was broken, but alive. I whispered. Justice came. But so did death. I wonder if God calls this survival or damnation. The fire was gone. Smoke stayed. My ranch looked broken. My hands shook when I touched the door. Ash fell like snow. My children slept close together, safe at last. I stood in the silence. Naima walked to me. Her tall body cast a shadow on the ground. Her voice was low. You saved us, Sam, she said. I shook my head. No, you saved me. Taya joined, her eyes still burning. She held her arm, bleeding. You stood when others ran, she said. I had no choice, I answered. This is my home. My family. The sisters looked at each other. Then they touched my shoulders with their hands, heavy and scarred. We do not forget, Naima said. Taya added, one day we will come if you call. I felt my chest grow tight. Go, take your people. Be safe, Naima nodded. You carry fire inside. Do not lose it, I whispered. I will not. The Apache riders waited by the road. Chief Keone lifted his hand to me. His eyes were dark, unreadable. You stood between two worlds, he said. Few men do this. You are not weak. I bowed my head. I only did what I could. You gave more, he said. Remember that. They rode away. Dust rose behind them, mixing with smoke. I watched until they were gone. My heart felt heavy and light at once. Emma came then, her face pale in the morning sun. She held a blanket around her shoulders. They left, she whispered. Yes, I said. They left. Her eyes searched mine. Do you regret it? No, I said. I regret nothing. She touched my arm, soft and unsure. I stayed. Is that right? I looked at her. It is right. If you want this place, it is yours. Her voice broke. I have nowhere else. Then this is your home now, I said. She smiled a little, though her eyes still held pain. Home, she whispered. That word feels strange. Home is not walls, I told her. Home is people who do not sell you. She lowered her head. I needed to hear that. I put my hand on hers. Then remember it. We sat by the fire pit, now cold and black. The ruins stood around us, but the sky was clear. For the first time in many nights, no storm, no guns, no fire. Only silence. My son Ethan came to me. His voice was small. Father, are we safe? I pulled him close. Yes, son, safe. He touched the ground. But the house is broken. I smiled for him. We will build again. He looked at Emma, then at me. All of us? All of us, I said. My daughter Rose woke and rubbed her eyes. She asked, will Mother come back? I froze. Then I said, no, Rose, she will not. Rose only nodded. Then Emma is Mother now? Emma gasped. I looked at her. She said nothing. I answered, maybe, if she wants. Emma's lips trembled, but she smiled. Yes, if they want me. The children hugged her. I saw her tears fall. The sun rose higher. Light touched the ash and broken beams. I stood tall. My body hurt, but my spirit felt strong. I spoke to myself, low but clear. I am no longer the poor rancher. I am the man who lived through fire. I will not bow again. The world may betray me, but I will not betray myself. I held Emma's hand. My children stood close. Behind us, the ruins waited. Ahead of us, the land stretched wide. My oath burned inside me. I was alive.